Hi, I'm Novel Mike, and this is my opinion. So, E3 has begun, and I decided I'm going to review Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo's press conferences. So let's dive in right now and talk about Microsoft. Microsoft really brought it this year. This was probably the best year they've had in a decade. This is definitely the best press conference they've had this generation, for sure. And I'm very, very happy with what they had. And there were a lot of good games, and I think what really helped them is that a lot of their games showed well. Everything from Halo to Gears for their first-party stuff. Forza looked great. To the third-party stuff like Devil May Cry, Kingdom Hearts, Jump Force. Pretty much everything they showed was interesting or exciting to see to somebody. There weren't really any lulls. There weren't any games like, okay, this is the part where you take a break and, go get a snack or something. No, this was like, tune in, keep watching, we're rolling these out, and they rolled trailers out one right after another with very few moments of them talking, which was nice. There were a few moments, but not taking up very much time at the very least. Not like some of the third-party companies have done so far this week. So, props to Microsoft. I think as a show, it's easily a 10 out of 10. Like, they showed games, they showed a lot of cool announcements, even if they weren't exclusive. It was easy to stay hyped in the whole time. They did a fantastic job showing this. The problem I think that they had is ultimately what they showed does not benefit them all that much as a first-party company. And what I mean by that is essentially for 2018, the only exclusive game that they've really got is Forza. Crackdown's been pushed back. Gears and pretty much every other announced game is 2019, which is great for that, but for this year, Microsoft is still kind of dead in the water, and something that I was hoping they would have fixed last year for the launch of the Xbox One X, and to see them still middling through that and having problems with getting games out and stuff, it does not look good for them. Even and having a ton of huge announcements does help cover that, but not having anything major first party doesn't help either. Even among all their big first party announcements, they didn't really stray very much from what was expected. They had new Halo, they had several new Gears of War games, Battletoads, Forza, these are all the same kind of things that we've been seeing. Now, they did announce 5 new studios, which is really cool, including one called The Initiative, which is based out of Santa Monica, and interesting one to pick up was Ninja Theory, who did Hellblade, and has been priding themselves on being an indie developer, making AAA games for a respectable price and not trying to overcharge customers and making a game to at their budget and then making profit. So that was interesting to see that after all that they bought out by Microsoft. So I don't know what to expect, but they're definitely a talented developer, so I'm sure Microsoft is glad to have them. Besides that, though, there's just not a ton of original ideas with what we've seen so far. I was really hoping that one of these 5 studios would have something to show besides games we had already seen. One of the companies that they got is the company who makes We Happy Few, which is Compulsion Games, and we've already seen We Happy Few a dozen times. It looked cool the first time I saw it, but seeing it time after time, seeing the same general idea about it, I'm not really that interested that much anymore, but it does come out in a couple months, so we'll see. There were some really good surprises here, though. Devil May Cry looked absolutely amazing. Tales of Vesperia is coming back. That did get leaked ahead of time. Everything for Devil May Cry leaked ahead of time, months ago. But Tales of Vesperia leaked a week ago, and I was super excited to hear that was happening, but it was good to actually see confirmation of it. And Kingdom Hearts 3 had a new trailer for Frozen with, oh my god, the way that trailer ended with Aqua, holy shit. But, we'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping that Square Enix shows more in their press conference today, but it remains to be seen. Overall, they had a lot to show, but between the games not coming out anytime soon, and not having much in the way of new first-party announcements that were unexpected, they're just spinning their roles with the same IP we already know about. They have a lot of IP to use, so it's kind of unfortunate that the only new thing that they decided to go with was Battletoads, and they didn't even show it. That's, I think, one thing that hurt them a lot is, Halo was just a trailer for an engine. It wasn't really in-game footage or anything like that. and Battletoads was basically a logo and saying some details about how they're doing the art, which, okay, fine, but show us what it looks like. Even if it's just a few screenshots or concept art, show us the game. So, besides that, I think they also had a problem with a lot of the announcements were already known ahead of time. Even when the ones I was going over before, like, all of that stuff was leaked. We knew about Tales of Vesperia, Devil May Cry, Kingdom Hearts, Frozen World. We knew about the Sessions game, even though people were thinking it was going to be called Skate 4. The only thing that was really a big surprise was some, like, the Cuphead DLC and some other stuff like that. From Software's game, we had technically heard before, but that was a surprise announcement to see that it's being partnered with Activision and what the game actually is. But there were rumors about that for a while too, including that the publisher would be surprising to most people. So even stuff like that wasn't like, oh my god, megatons or anything like that. I think if you want to have like a 10 out of 10 conference, you not only have to show a lot of amazing games, you have to show a lot of reasons to buy your system, and that this is the only way to play these games on this system, or PC in Microsoft's case, because they do the dual thing now where they want all these first-party games to be on PC, which is cool, but they gotta give me a reason to really want to invest in those games and into the Xbox ecosystem. And I don't feel that they delivered on that as much as I think that they wanted to, but besides that, they did a fantastic job. That's why I give them an 8 out of 10, and I think that is a very good score, and I think that it's very possible they won E3 with the little we know about what we're going to see with Microsoft and Sony. Sony would really have to have some surprise announcements that they're not telling us, or these gameplay demos have to be amazing, and I think at least one of the big ones that hasn't already had a release date confirmed need to be confirmed for this year for me to really think that they're going to be able to beat Microsoft. And as for Nintendo, they're a wild card. We don't know anything about Smash still, and that is tomorrow, so that's exciting. So I think that the rest of this week is looking really interesting, but I think right now Microsoft is going to be a very tough competitor to beat. I think that last year Sony did really compared to the last couple years, and Nintendo came out strong, and for me at least won, and they had probably one of the best directs they've had in a long time. So we'll see how everybody else does, but Microsoft is a solid 8 out of 10, and I think that they did an exceptional job, and more power to them, and I hope that next year we start seeing what some of these 5 new studios that they've acquired are really up to, and hopefully they have some unique ideas, or maybe even let them mess with some old IP. Like, I'm not the only one who wants a new Banjo-Kazooie game, right? Like, Microsoft, I would probably give you a winning award if you just announced a new Banjo that didn't look like shit. I love Banjo-Kazooie, I want a new one, damn it. So, come on. People have been asking that more than friggin' Battletoads. Jesus. Anyway, I'm Novel Mike. That was my opinion, and I'll see you guys next time.